Our environment. Learning objectives of this chapter are to introduce students with the term environment, to enhance their knowledge about biotic components and abiotic components, introduction of the topic abiotic components, to make them familiar with rainwater harvesting and its importance, to make them understand relationship between biotic and abiotic components. Environment. The things that are present in our surroundings constitute our environment. Our environment includes biotic components and abiotic components. Look at this picture. You can see several biotic components and abiotic components in it. Biotic components. Living organisms, that is, all plants and animals including man, form the biotic environment. Producers, consumers, and decomposers. They all form biotic Producers. Plants are generally known as producers as they make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. They are also known as autotrophs. This can be represented as follows. Carbon dioxide plus water is equal to glucose and oxygen. Consumers. Animals cannot prepare their own food. They are dependent on plants for their food. They are called consumers or heterotrophs. All animals feed on green plants either directly or indirectly. Decomposers. Organisms which derive their food from dead and decaying plants and animals are called decomposers. Decomposers break down the dead and decaying plants and animals into minerals that get mixed with the soil. These minerals are again used by the plants from the soil. This process is called recycling of minerals. Biodegradable waste. Those materials which can be broken down into simpler substances by microorganisms are known as biodegradable waste. Example, leaves and twigs. Non-biodegradable waste. Those materials which cannot be broken down into simpler substances by any microorganism are known as non-biodegradable waste. Example, plastic and metals. Abiotic components. We know that all material around us are made up of matter. The abiotic components include air, water, soil, light, temperature and humidity. They help an organism to live and survive. These non-living factors form the physical or abiotic environment. Some of them are listed below. Water, air, light, temperature, soil. Water. Water is essential for the survival and growth of all living organisms. It is necessary for drinking, bathing, cooking, etc. Animals and plants that cannot survive without water. It is needed for irrigation of crops. Man and other animals need water for various activities of life. It is air. We are aware that all living organisms require air. Air consists of several gases. Oxygen and carbon dioxide are the most important gases. Plants and animals use oxygen for respiration. Plants require carbon dioxide for photosynthesis and release oxygen back into the atmosphere. Light. Natural light is provided to us by the sun during the day and by the moon during the night. But moon reflects the sun's light, hence sun is the ultimate source of natural light. Natural light is used by the plants to grow and to prepare food. Life on earth is dependent on sunlight. Land, plants use sunlight and prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Temperature. It is the degree of hotness or coldness of an object or a place. It can be measured by a device called thermometer. This hotness varies from place to place. Temperature affects activities of living organisms. It is an important factor that determines the distribution of plants and animals on earth. Each organism has its own tolerance range for the temperature. Soil. Soil is an important abiotic factor of our environment. Most of the plants cannot grow without soil. Soil provides water and minerals to the plants which are important for their growth. It also provides a home to organisms that live in soil. Interaction between living and non-living things. Plants and animals are interdependent in their food relationship. There are animals that feed on plants. Many of such animals are eaten by other animals. Such in turn are eaten by some other animals. This there is thus a food chain in the nature. Food chain. Food chain means transfer of energy from one living thing to another in the form of food. All the food chains are interconnected. They together form a food web. A food web is a way to show how the energy from the sun gets passed around different organisms in the environment. Energy pyramid. The energy pyramid shows how energy moves from one level to another. The sun provides energy to plants, the mice eat the plants, and the snake eats the mice. Energy travels from one level to another. A little bit of energy gets used off at each level. Carbon dioxide and oxygen cycle. Plants take in carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. Animals and humans take in oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Plants and animals need each other for survival. Nitrogen cycle. Animals eat plants that contain nitrogen. The animals produce waste which goes into the ground. Decomposers break down the waste and release nitrogen back into the air and soil. Plants use the nitrogen-rich soil and the process begins again. Our world is full of resources that we need in our day-to-day life for survival. We must take care of those resources. Ecosystem contains many resources. We must make certain not to harm or ruin them. Plants and animals rely on one another. If one disappears, so does the other. Humans rely on both plants and animals. Clean air, land, water are our most precious resources. We must do our best to keep them clean.